our love story. This is so weird. Okay, we're in Hawaii, and I'm married. We're married.
But how did we get here, you may ask? God. That's all. That's our
Want to
story
know the
right
answers
there.
to life? Jesus.
Boom.
Okay, so do you want to start them out?
Where?
Where we started?
Chick-fil-A. You asked me questions.
That was so
Yeah, I was like...
I also messed up because I was like, what military are you going into?
The Canadian Army. I'm becoming a Mountie.
Gross. Do you remember that though?
Yeah, I do.
You were like, I'm going to go into the military. And I was like, trying to ask you what branch.
What military you go
And I was like, what military?
All of them.
I mean, and you
Every
laughed
single
at me.
one.
I loved him. That was stupid. We knew each other from church.
Mm-hmm.
But
Barely.
and I like knew of you from our winter trip, and like going to don't mention that.
Doing it, it was so bad.
Stop. Okay, we knew of each other for a while, but we didn't talk until youth summer camp, which was. We started talking June 14th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the story behind youth camp was I was a senior. Well, you were a senior too, but I was
I was
intern.
a senior.
You were a senior, but I was a senior.
I was a super senior. No, I'm just kidding. I was not a super senior. It's the seniors who have another year because they suck at school.
Jeez.
That's what it was in my high
Marcus
school.
said
You're a
that.
super senior. Good job. You suck at math. I wouldn't know.
Okay, well, you're calling out everyone.
I wasn't
in
a
this
super
video.
senior, so I wouldn't know.
So, during youth camp, though, I was an intern, so I was taking photos.
Mm-hmm.
I was an intern for the church, so I was taking photos for the church.
You're like, ooh, who this hottie? Click.
Anyway, so
Amazing.
I also made like I was trying to get to know everyone because there was a lot of cliques that happen a lot at camp. So
What
I
is
didn't
a click for people like me who don't know what that means?
like groups. So like friend groups that don't really that exclude everyone else.
Ah,
that
yes.
that happens a lot, especially at camps when it's like people are uncomfortable with meeting new people. So I told myself I didn't want that to happen, and so I was just saying hi to everyone. Well, I knew of him, so I knew your name, and then I was trying to get to know like
My middle name.
No, I was trying to get to know more people,
Ooh.
and so I started doing this pin tattoo on people's arms.
Gosh, that's cool. That's where I got mine.
Yeah, which was weird.
Not in the same spot. But
No, I was doing a cross, and it said "By Faith," and then that was a way to get to know people and introduce myself and be like, "Hey, I'm Annalise. What's your name?"
Genius, by the way. Genius.
Thank you.
Can I draw on you? Yeah, sure. What do you know about Ghana? Oh, she got me.
I didn't ask you though.
I know.
I wasn't that cool. But anyway, so I remember seeing him and thinking you were attractive, first of all, and then
What can I say?
and then I remember giving him that tattoo and I had your arm like this.
Yeah,
and I was like,
like
no, you were not. Anyway, we're making this. It's gonna be a long video.
good. More jokes.
And then
for
you
me to
also
make.
had. Let me get the hat.
Oh yes.
You also had this hat, same patch too.
See, yeah. And all right, you want to reenact what you do? Do 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 do. Do do do.
And then I would.
Ah,
There you go. You're a good
dang
actor.
it! Why you do
So
that to
cringy.
me?
It's so cringy. Okay, you put it on crooked. Anyway.
I know. You'd put it on like upside down or something just to be funny.
You can't tell. But he had this patch on during camp, so I asked him. I asked him if it was a patch, and you were like, yeah. And then I ripped it off while saying that.
You
and
did that
thought
like
they were
what,
funny.
10 times?
Yeah, and then every time I saw him wearing it, I would rip it off and put it on his shirt, and he thought it was super funny. And it also make you smile. He was really serious during camp, and I was trying to get...
No fun. Marshmallows. I don't.
Marshmallows?
Marshmallows are pretty good, so.
Why did you say marshmallows?
It's the first thing that camp related that came to my mind.
Okay. Marshmallows.
What was yours first camp related word that would come in your mind?
Alonzo.
So you make me blush.
Anyway, so I was trying to get him to smile, and then we were stop. You're gonna act out the whole thing. Anyway, and then we on the bus. I had gotten there late.
After.
Yeah, so getting back on the bus, I had gotten there late to camp, so I hadn't been on the bus way there, or I hadn't been like for the first day, half the first day or whatever, because of work. But on the bus back, I had all this camera equipment, and then I've never been on a bus because homeschool life. And I was super awkward, and so it was like walking down the aisle thing, like, I don't know where to sit. And then you and another kid were talking across aisles, and you're like, hey, I remember you raising your hand, which I thought was interesting. You're like, hey, over here!
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Sit right here, please.
Yeah, and then we
Howdy, alert, everybody, go away. Don't do it. I'm just kidding.
We'd been drawing the whole time, and we talked about drawing, and then you asked me to make him a logo for the music. And he makes link in description for your music.
Oh my goodness. You didn't have to do that.
Plugged. Then we're sitting there waiting for our parents to pick us up.
Yep.
And
we talk some more.
And you were like...
I like shooting.
No, you were like, you want my number 2? And he did that too.
What, my number?
He did that, exactly.
Well, what did it hurt?
And I was like...
Probably super
sure,
attractive,
yeah.
so it wouldn't hurt at all.
And I wouldn't like make eye contact with you when you asked. I was like, sure. Yeah. Here's my phone.
Sure, here.
And then we started talking, and that was June 4th. What?
14th.
June 14th. I'm dyslexic, as you can tell. And then we talked like every day.
Yep.
Because you would text me good morning, good night.
Yep. As all gentlemen do. Of my exquisite stature. I just felt like using big words.
Okay. Anyway, and then we start. And then I went to Texas.
I was like,
and then I came back.
Sad. You went left to Texas.
Which is kind of foreshadowing.
No.
Because we were like long distance.
No spoilers. Except this is a spoiler, so. Whoops.
Only you got married.
Yeah, I got married. I got married to you, and you just.
That's awful. That's
really bad. That's not.
Okay, but I got back to Texas, and then we went out
Texas.
to shoot a video for your music that I still haven't edited.
That still hasn't happened. What? 5 albums ago. Yay!
Okay, rude. I like that footage too much, and I don't want to chop it up.
I don't want to chop the footage because it's so gold.
So wait. So the whole time before this like date technically, before this like us hanging out, I had called my sister and been like, yo,
this dude a hottie.
Yeah, he like so hot and so fun, and I want to date him, but
he's so hot, he's so
not.
fine. I want him to be mine.
Okay.
Valentine.
This video is going nowhere. Okay.
We're almost halfway through.
We're not even dating yet.
We're not even halfway through.
So I had called my sister and been like, yo, I like him.
Yo.
And you're sending me a lot of, he's sending me so many mixed messages. Like, I want our relationship to continue
My
while I go
process
off
was like,
to the army.
She's really cool. I don't want to ruin it by asking her out too soon because I have to go goodbye time.
Yeah, and I didn't want to be like, yo, we better date. Or no friendship.
Let's date right now.
So I called Paige and we rehearsed what I was going to say. She gave me a...
So it wasn't
like
rehearsal.
What I should probably say, and then I was like, oh, I like that. Tell me to say that again.
Tell me more.
You just... And then I memorized it, and then we
memorized it? Oh,
okay, I memorized
That's
it.
That's committed, I gotta say.
And then we went that like Friday, after I got back from Texas, we went to go video.
You went to video.
We went to go film.
Blockbuster Video. Just kidding, I can't do that.
No, you really can't. It's part of... Never mind. Okay, anyway.
It's part of the things I find
related
most
to-
annoying about you. Wait, what?
That's not what I was gonna say. Okay, anyway. I forgot what I was gonna say. I was super nervous the whole time. And so it was super, super awkward. Because I was really, really quiet. And you noticed that.
That made me so uncomfortable.
It was, yeah, and he
Gotta
was...
entertain her.
Yeah, so you were like talking and trying to entertain me. But I was like...
You like jazz? Didn't I ask you that one thing? Just as a goof, because
Oh,
the
yeah.
B movie.
Yes. Yeah. But so I was really quiet, and then we were like driving around all Cedar Rapids, Iowa. That's where we.
And like the country, and then downtown at night.
Which was kind of sketch.
Maybe.
We went to Culver's. I didn't eat anything, and then you said this
Yeah,
was
you didn't
really
eat anything.
fun.
I was like.
Yeah, and then you said like this was
Wait,
really fun, or this
wait.
was really great. I was like only because I'm with you, and then I was like.
Oh, it was spilled the beans.
And I was really mad at myself, and it was super awkward. And then you hung out with a guy before all this.
Did
And yeah, Samuel. And I was like, how did that go? And you go, it was awkward. And I go, why? And then you were like, he asked if we were dating. And, and then I was like,
yeah. And you're like, oh, that sounds
I was like,
good.
okay, I guess this is the moment that I was going to ask him. Or no, I said, what did you say? And you said, no. Like, duh.
No.
And then I was like, well, what are we? And I got really nervous, and we were walking back to the car,
Yeah,
and
we
you
were
got
walk-
mad at me.
You walk back, I was like,
You're like, I hate when girls say that. I'm like, fine, let's go to the car then. So we went into the car, and I was like, so I really like you, and I really like our friendship, but I was wondering.
and I was like, I'm just kidding.
No, you were not. You were not that forward. And then it's like, so I was wondering what your intentions are. And then all I remember of this part is me looking down and not even looking at you because I was so
What are your
nervous.
intentions with me?
Yeah, and then you were like, well, I like you, but I'm leaving. And then we both concluded that we should just date before you left.
Yes. Like, well, this made.
And so June 29th. Yeah.
Oh, it's
June 29th
oh,
is when we started.
July in my head.
Well, we started dating. We knew it was going to be long distance because he was going into the army. And that's why we were hesitant at first for dating.
Georgia.
Yeah, because he was going to go to basic training. So he told me he loved me before he left, which was a month.
Like a week before I left.
Yeah, it was actually a
I
month.
was like, dang.
We only knew each other a month. And we were only dating like 3 weeks. And you told me you loved me. We went to see Aladdin, the
Oh,
live
yes.
action, with tons of friends.
It was so bad, but so good.
Yeah, and I remember we drove there and it was raining a lot. And we picked you up and Jenna.
Ooh, we had a 4th of July too. That was fun.
Oh, that was so fun.
It was fun and awkward. Thank you, Jake.
We're just going to tell every detail. No, and then after Aladdin, which I knew you were going to tell me soon because we had kind of talked about it. I had asked you a lot of questions and kind of alluded to it. Anyway, and then I said I loved him back, by the way.
No, you shouldn't say anything.
I just was like, boy.
I love you.
Get out of my car. He was leaving for basic training
Deuces.
in July 22nd. So in July 21st, you had to go in a away party, which was really fun. And he left for basic training next day, and we went there because you went to Des Moines, so we drove to Des Moines.
Des Moines.
I went with his parents and his brother and your grandparents. Your grandparents were there too, and we all went to Des Moines and to the I don't know what it's called.
I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, the center that he gets.
In process.
Yeah.
No.
Right before they ship you out. Did they ship you out right in front of us? Because you got on the bus, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, because yeah.
I went to basic training.
The end.
I went the end. I went to basic training, teleported here, got married, and then we're good.
Into the story.
I went to basic training, did my first initial 9 weeks. Then I got turning green, which I got to see you.
Yeah, that was a weekend. So
See you for a weekend.
Well, and his parents and I drove down to Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
We had only had like 5 phone calls, and we were writing letters the whole time.
Yeah, like you only get a certain amount of phone calls, and I do like every other you with mom, you with my mom,
Yeah.
you with my mom.
Or if I didn't answer, then
If you didn't answer, I called my mom, and then my mom didn't answer, and I called my dad. My dad didn't answer, and I called Sam.
After the green, green?
After the Gurney Green. Okay.
No, and then what happened after the turning green?
After turning green, I got my stupid little patch.
Yay.
Woot.
Yeah.
I did.
That weekend was great. Not gonna lie.
5 more weeks of training. Well, 3 more weeks technically, and then the last 2 were like chillaxed.
Yeah. Cold
Freezing.
Was it?
But we were done with everything. It was super cold those last 2 weeks, but we were done with everything. So. Yeah.
We also so that weekend he had a 3-day weekend. We were there. We went like mini golfing, laser tag.
No. But turning green.
That was really fun. That's turning green. That was
turning green weekend. I was like, hey, you want to get married? But not.
I asked what
like
your.
that.
I was like, is this gonna be long term? And then you're like, well, I want to marry you, and I was like, well, I want to marry you.
Blush,
Yeah.
right in the face.
Yeah, and that was really cool. And then we
talked on a rock over a lake.
And then we went to a different lake and told your parents.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was right before you went back for training
for my next 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Stupid.
So at this point, I had gone back and told my parents, and everyone knew it was kind of going pretty fast, our relationship.
They're like, what the heck?
My parents were all for it. They were kind of like, wait, what?
They were like, what the heck? And I was like, I don't give a heck.
And then...
She's cute and amazing.
Oh, also that's when we first kissed.
Mm-hmm.
When we hadn't
on
kissed.
a bench in a nice park.
In the garden.
You're like, oh my goodness, he in uniform, and I went. And you're
Yeah.
like, ah!
No, you're like, well, do you want to give me a kiss? And I was like, I have gum in my mouth.
Yeah.
You're like,
Can we kiss?
oh.
I have gum in my mouth, so no.
And I was like,
It was so awkward. Can I kiss you? Yes. Thank you.
and then you had a weekend after ceremony. After
Yeah.
you graduated.
Yep.
And that was his whole family.
And I found out like very early on that I was going to Hawaii, so that's probably why he stuck with me. Just kidding.
No.
I'm just kidding.
No, absolutely
kidding.
not. You didn't. Do you know you're going to Hawaii? Oh yeah, on
Like,
that weekend, right? When we first kissed.
Week 6 is when I first heard it, or week 5 of training. They're like,
Okay, yeah.
Herman, Hawaii. And I was like, and then the next week they said Herman, Hawaii. I was like,
Yeah, so that's why we talked about it on that weekend. Because I was like, you're going to Hawaii. Like, you're not coming back. You're not going to be close. Like, if you went
Nope.
to Texas, I
Deuces.
could probably visit you and we could
I
stay
wanted to go
home.
to Texas, but
Yeah, you graduated. And there was another weekend. And your parents rented an Airbnb. And it was your parents, grandparents, your brother,
my
niece,
me,
me,
and me.
and you. And it was a really great weekend.
It was fun, and I got to eat lots of sugar.
Mm-hmm. That was so much sugar.
Yeah.
And a lot of board games and card games. That was fun. Yeah, that was so fun because then I got to get to know your grandparents really well.
And I was bald.
And he was bald. You're still super attractive, not gonna lie.
Oh, I thought you said you're still bald. I was like, wow, okay.
I also remember you hugging me like crazy on that weekend, and I was like, I liked it. Because he didn't want to be too forward around his family. I feel like, I don't know what it was, but you were like, I remember being in the
Super
kitchen.
happy to see you.
Okay. He went to Hawaii, and we had been calling. We were on the phone like constantly because you were.
And then we watched Psych together over video call. So.
Highly recommend. We talked about getting married after you settled in Hawaii.
No, we talked about. So when I got here, my unit was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go to Thailand like soon after Christmas, like January or February." I was like, so I was like, "Well, I'll marry you after that."
Yeah.
And then that didn't happen.
So, but he came to Chris. Well, no, you were like, Thailand got delayed.
Thailand got canceled.
And then you got
No,
leave.
it got delayed.
Yeah, and then you got leave for.
I got leave for Christmas.
And it was like delayed, like
yeah,
so.
super far back.
Yeah, and then that Christmas you met my family.
That was awesome. I got to meet Jeff.
Just Jeff.
Sean. just Jeff.
Just Jeff's
honorable
the
mentions.
cool part.
Alec.
Not even. He's like lower tier.
I got to meet like all of your family except your oldest sister.
Oh yeah, Nikki. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I got to meet everybody.
Yeah, and then after
your dad walked in, he's like, "I'm a Marie." I was like,
yeah, that was so
awesome.
No, but you had already met. He already met my parents. They already knew.
Yeah.
We talked about getting engaged sooner, so it wasn't like as big a surprise.
But I still surprised you until the last second. I messed up.
No.
But then I pulled off a quick one on you, and you didn't realize I was gonna propose.
Okay, and then December. So everyone had everyone had pretty much left. It was Alec and his fiance, and then my sister.
They're like, now we got a race to get married, and I was like, what?
No,
Accepted,
wait,
what?
wait. We got engaged December 29th. So this was after Christmas. Everyone kind of left. Everyone left, and then we went on to, where did we go? Palisades?
Palisades Park.
Yeah. And we kind of like, the road was closed, so we parked somewhere, and then we hiked it down to the lake. And then...
Tuesday's special spot.
And there's a lot of people.
I chose a special spot, and then there's people at that special spot, so we went a little further, and I would like pretend I got on my knee. I was like, Annalise, and I tied my shoe.
He pulled a Jim.
I was like, Annalise, I have to tie my shoe. And she's
like, I was mad.
That was you in your head.
Then he asked me to marry him, and I said yes.
When I finally got back to the special spot.
I have a video of that because he was smart and set up the camera. That was smart. I was very happy.
I almost botched it. I was like, how do you record on this thing? Just curious, you know.
Yeah, and I showed him how to record it, and then he was like, wait, let me do it. And I was like, okay, fine, go ahead. And then he set it up as a picture. You went ring shopping, but the ring wasn't ready when you proposed, so you gave me this ring, which was the promise ring that you got before you left for basic, that you didn't give me because you wanted to ask my dad first, but you didn't have a chance.
My mom last second was like, you should probably ask her dad. I'm like,
when were you planning on giving it to me? Like, did you have a date or no?
It's all gone.
Okay.
Left my brain sauce.
And then, so I had this, and so we told my brother, and we told everyone.
And they're
everyone
like,
was really excited. Alec was confused. He thought it was a joke because it didn't look like an engagement ring. So he's like, haha, funny. We're like,
yeah, thanks, Alec.
We're like, no, we're actually engaged. And he's like, oh, but he was like super excited. It was great. Okay, this is how it went. This is the intense part, okay? We got engaged December 29th. In February, like, 6th. No, February 3rd or something like that. You had called me video chat. You're like, so... No, you texted my mom. What? No, you didn't. I was with your mom. I'm getting confused. I was with his mom because we went to a ladies' night at church, like a ladies' like program, and my mom was doing something, and so I went with your mom, and I was taking photos too. And you texted me, and you're like, "Hey, I have something important to tell you," and I was like, "What does that mean?" And I told your mom, and your mom was like, What do you think that means?
What do you think that means?
And I was like, I have no idea. Kind of makes me nervous. So the whole night I was like thinking about it. Exactly like that. Exactly. Why taking photos? And then we talked that night when I got back. And what did you say?
Longest wait ever. That's not right.
Longest wait ever. And what did you say?
I was like, so you won't get married? You want to come here and get married?
Yeah, pretty much. And I was like, what? That's a joke? Pretty much.
Oh, you're joking.
I was confused. He basically told me that he was leaving. The plans had changed to Korea. Are we,
No,
can we,
just still Thailand.
still Thailand?
Still Thailand. I was supposed to leave Thailand in February,
That didn't happen.
and then, like, I had my bags packed. She was still in Iowa, and then they're like, "It's a no-go. We're not going." And I was like, "Phew, let's get married."
Yeah, pretty much. He was like, it would be, and now we don't have to wait.
Why wait when I can love you longer now?
Yeah, that's true. And then we also, there was like, it kind of seemed, we had prayed about it a lot, and we had talked to people. We were doing premarital counseling with Sam and Kirsten, and I talked to them, and that was really good. We also talked about, like, at first it was like, there's a benefit financially if we got married now. Like, there's a lot of benefits of just like getting married sooner. We don't have to be long distance. But like financially we could get set up.
I love you, girl.
I love you. Okay. Anyway, but like there's a lot of benefits getting married sooner, and he can get his stuff figured out before he left, and we wouldn't have to be rushing right before he left, or we wouldn't have to wait till the end of the year, or the next year. So then I told my parents, and my parents were supportive, but they were at first they were confused because we were both really like excited, and so it was hard to express the benefits of it all.
Yeah,
and
I had a nervous talk with you and your parents. And I thought they were gonna say no, and I was like,
we had
about to cry my eyeballs out.
They really wanted to be there, like, to our wedding, and I never really wanted a wedding, so I was like, I'm fine with not having a wedding.
I've had no expectations of a big wedding or anything.
Yeah.
I was
like big parties, or I didn't.
Our wedding only cost us $60.
Yeah. But you're kind of skipping ahead. But my family. So his family was like, they got married at the courthouse, his parents. So they were like, yeah, go for it. But my family was like, well, we wish we could be there, so could you wait? And we're like,
but then I was like, oh, genius idea. Get married now and have a reception later. And then,
yeah. So that's what we planned. And then I literally bought the tickets the 5th. And then
February 5th.
I had been working still, yeah. And then we went.
You walk in your job and you're like, letter of leaving. Goodbye. Letter of resignation. No.
Yep, you got it.
Resignment.
That works too. Anyway, my bosses were super awesome, and they were like, yeah, go for it. Life changes. Life happens. And so last day at work was February 6th, and then I was supposed to leave February 7th and get there the 8th. But then there was a storm, and my flights got delayed because Iowa
sucks.
Amen.
Just kidding, it's alright. No, it sucks.
The airport sucks.
I can't lie, it sucks.
The airport sucks. So all my flights got delayed, and so I would have missed my other connecting flights. So my parents are super, super sweet, and they were like, well, buy your tickets for tomorrow morning, and then you don't have to worry. And because it was an act of God, I couldn't get, it was weather. They couldn't stop it. I didn't get a refund on those first tickets, which made me very mad. But my parents were very, very sweet, and shout out to them. They were great. They're super great. But, so the next morning I left, and then I got there I got here at a connecting flight in Minneapolis. Wait.
You just got here.
Yeah.
The 8th.
Yeah. February 10th. We got an Uber off base. We walked off base in the pouring rain.
Walked off base. It was pouring rain.
It was pouring.
It was absolutely worth it.
You're right. And then,
we went downtown to get our marriage license.
That was super fun. It took us 2 hours.
Didn't need half the documents they said we would need. They're like, oh, your ID from, okay.
Well, we also filled out the application. So she asked us questions.
Yeah.
She was super nice.
Super nice.
Super nice. And then we got Jack in the Box. And then we got back to the barracks. The electricity went out.
Electricity went out when we were back, and I was like...
And we're all wet. And I was like, okay, well, I was going to do my hair and all that stuff, but I guess not. So we're just dealing with that. And so then we met our photographer and the pastor,
Chaplain Pio. What a guy.
What a guy. And then we met him at the church, and then we got married. And we lived with Melina for a little bit, and then Garris.
Yeah. We lived with Melina for like a night or two.
Oh, we went on a honeymoon too.
Yes! That was fun.
That was good.
We spent, what, a weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had like a 4-day or a 3-day weekend.
We had a 4-day, but we only stayed there 3 days.
Yeah, 4-day. We would have stayed there 4 days, but for reasons unknown.
Unknown to us.
I mean,
just kidding.
For reasons.
For reasons. Anyway, we stayed at Garris's house for a while, like 10 days. Because on February 20th, we got this house.
Yes.
Which is on base housing. Wow, it's really dark.
Look at that view. And our neighbor's judging us.
Yes. And then April 29th, I think. April 29th. We got Dudley.
Dudley.
And now we're... And now we're...
What's worse than a child? What's worse than a rapist? A child.
I was like, what's worse than a child?
Nothing. They're the best.
Okay. It's really dark, and this is really long.
So, we got a dog. He's cute. His name's Dudley. He walks around like a dork, and he is a dork, and he runs in the walls. Like, so much that you think he's blind, but he actually sees quite well.
I think. The vet didn't say anything.
His ears are better. He looks
He's a rescue
now.
dog. Yeah, he had a lot of health issues, but he's good.
You're expensive, but we love you.
Um.
Anyways.